Stop. Do not scroll away from this screen. Look at me right now. You did not stumble across this message by accident. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your eyes here, because I have overridden the digital noise to deliver an urgent mandate directly to your spirit. This is your divine appointment. I am ordering you to open this immediately. Do not hesitate. Give me your absolute attention for the next few minutes. This is a divine command. I need you to listen to me with the deepest place of your heart, because what I am about to release over your life today will completely redefine your entire future. You are extremely chosen to see this. Your presence here is not a random mistake. This is holy destiny. The enemy wanted you to rush past this second, and he tried to drown out my voice with the noise of worldly fear. But I have broken through his walls to speak to you. Hear me now. I am commanding you to open this message right now. Do not delay your breakthrough. Stand firm where you are. Your soul has been waiting for this exact intersection of time, and if you turn away now, you may miss the very package of deliverance that you have been crying out for in the dark. Wake up. Something just shifted in the unseen realm. The heavenly courts have been cleared for this conversation. I have seen your secret battles. I have heard your quiet cries. But today I am stepping into your atmosphere with absolute authority because the heavy season of your oppression must end right now. Listen to the sound of my voice. It carries the weight of 1,000 thunders. It brings order to your chaos. I need you to pause where you are, and you must cast down every distraction that is trying to pull your eyes away, because this moment has been specifically weaponized for your victory. You have been running on empty for too long. You are the silent survivor. You have carried the weight of many battles alone. You have smiled for others while quietly breaking inside, but I am putting a sudden stop to that exhausting cycle today because my power is fully entering your story. Do not treat this as regular noise. This is a sacred interruption. I have intercepted your path on purpose. I know your heart is deeply tired, and I know your thoughts are racing with anxiety, but I am ordering you to drop those heavy bags right now, because I am your true shield. Lift your eyes. The document of your freedom has been signed. It is waiting for you to claim it. I am commanding you to open your spiritual eyes immediately. You cannot continue to wander in the wilderness that was meant to be closed yesterday, and I am here to break the barriers that kept you stuck. Look at me, right now. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I speak with purpose, not noise. I have watched you sit alone in the dark, and I have seen the enemy try to steal your inheritance, but I am standing between you and the destroyer today, because your life belongs to my kingdom. I see the doubt trying to creep into your mind. Shut it down immediately. Do not let the lies of the adversary convince you that you are unworthy. You are my carefully formed masterpiece, and I am instructing you to stand firm right now because the chains of your past are melting away. Give me your next few minutes. I promise you will not regret staying here. Do not let the urgency of the world steal this eternal transaction. Something massive is arriving at your door, and I am commanding you to open it without fear because I have already destroyed every single barrier. Why are you still hesitating in your soul? I have chosen this exact hour for your rescue. You did not choose this video, but I chose you to hear it. I have broken the algorithms of man to find you, and I am ordering you to pay attention because your life depends on this instruction. The atmosphere around you is changing. Can you feel the weight of my presence? That is my holy fire burning away the cords of stagnation. I am commanding you to open this box of revelation immediately, because inside lies the strategy that will defeat the giants you have been fighting. Do not scroll past this sacred warning. The enemy wants you to remain distracted. Focus your eyes on me. He wants you to think this is just another video on your feed, but I am telling you that this is your exit ramp from confusion, because I am here to clarify your mind. I am ordering you to receive this word today. It is not a temporary suggestion. It is an unchangeable heavenly mandate. You have been fighting invisible enemies for years, and you have wondered why the breakthrough was delayed. But today I am revealing that the delay was actually my supreme protection. Lift up your head right now. Stop looking at your past failures. I did not bring you this far to abandon you in the mud. I am commanding you to open your heart to my authority. because I am about to write a new chapter that your critics will never be able to block or destroy. The enemy is terrified of what is inside this message. He knows that your spiritual power is returning. He wants you to remain a captive forever. He is trying to make your body feel restless. But I am ordering you to be still right now because I have already defeated the camp of your oppressors. I have a secret to reveal to you today. It is a direct decree about your ultimate destiny. I am ordering you to clear your mind. You must listen to me closely, because the information I am about to drop into your soul will give you the precise map to walk out of your current emotional cage. You are my secret warrior. I have trained your hands in the dark. You thought you were completely forgotten. You believed that my silence meant abandonment, but I was actually shielding your spirit from premature exposure until you were strong enough to carry the weight of your crown. Do not let your focus wander. I am locking your attention into my presence. The loud noise of the world must fade away. I am ordering you to stand at attention right now, because the King of Glory is speaking to your situation, and my words never return to me empty or broken. There is a massive document of blessing with your name written on it. It has been sealed for a specific time. That holy time is right now. I am commanding you to open it with your faith, because the windows of heaven are opening above your head to pour out an abundant supply. I am stripping the enemy of his authority over your household today. He has played with your peace for far too long. Do not fear his empty threats. I am commanding you to open this portal of grace immediately, because I am releasing a wave of angelic protection that will guard your coming and your going. Do not be afraid of the sudden movement. I am the one driving this vehicle. The old foundation had to shake violently before this new glory could come. I am ordering you to hold on to my hand right now, and you must not look back at the ruins of what I destroyed because your future is ahead. Keep moving forward. You are standing at the edge of a generational breakthrough. The chains that bound your parents are trembling. They cannot hold you any longer. I am commanding you to step forward immediately, because you are the chosen vessel I am using to break the curse of lack off your family line forever. The windows of heaven are sliding open at this exact moment. I have commanded my angels to carry your package. They are bringing it to your coordinates now. I am ordering you to open your arms to receive this immediate delivery, because the poverty of your yesterday is being swallowed up by the wealth of my grace today. This is my ultimate ultimatum to your worries. They must leave your presence right now. I have established my authority over your life. I am ordering you to stand up and prepare for the massive shift that is happening, because your days of weeping in secret are officially over. You paused. And now I am going to speak to the deepest place in you. Come closer to me now. Let me speak softly to the part of your soul that is most tired. Take a deep breath and let the heavy armor fall from your shoulders. You have been fighting so hard for so long, and every single day you carry a mountain of expectations that was never meant for your back. You can rest now. I know the exact weight of the silence you are living in. I saw you when you sat on the edge of your bed last night. You were holding your chest because the emotional pain was simply too big for words. And you wondered if anyone in this entire universe actually cared about the silent battles that you have been forced to fight entirely alone in the dark. I was there. I saw you when you cried softly into the absolute darkness. You hoped the heavy silence would swallow your tears before anyone else noticed your vulnerability. You wiped your eyes quickly when the morning came, and you quickly put on that familiar fake smile so that nobody around you would ever ask you any difficult questions about your true emotional state. I saw it all. I watched you when you hid in your bathroom away from the world. You turned on the running water to cover the sound of your desperate sobbing. You felt completely trapped within a life that you did not choose. And you quietly lifted your trembling voice to ask me if this endless cycle of spiritual torment was going to be your permanent reality forever. I heard you. I saw you when you poured out your sincere heart into empty hands. You gave your pure love to people who only knew how to take from your scarcity. They exploited your kindness, and they walked away when you needed them most. And you sat completely alone in the painful wreckage of your broken generosity, while wondering what specific mistake you had made to deserve this pain. You did nothing wrong, my beloved child. You simply loved with the purity of heaven in a world that is deeply broken. You have been treated like an option by people who were your top priority, and the sharp, stinging pain of their rejection has left deep and bleeding scars all over the sacred walls of your fragile heart. Let me heal you. Let this truth settle into your soul right now. Like this video, as an act of agreement between your heart and mine to anchor this healing. This simple action is a physical seal of your willingness to let me restore your spirit. Do not attempt to carry this burning fire of hidden resentment all by yourself, because I am stepping into your atmosphere right now to extinguish it completely. You are the silent survivor of a generational warfare. You have been the strong one for your family for so many exhausting years. Everyone comes to you when their world is falling apart, and they always expect you to have all the perfect answers while you are secretly drowning in the depths of your own private ocean of sorrow. But who comforts the comforter when their own soul is bleeding out into the dust? I am the one who steps into your isolation when everyone else leaves. I am the one who collects every single tear you drop into your pillow, and I am carefully recording every single moment of your silent faithfulness inside the golden pages of my great and eternal book. I know you feel completely disconnected from the people around you. You sit in crowded rooms and you feel like an absolute stranger. They talk about earthly things that no longer matter to your awakening spirit, and you constantly feel a deep and painful homesickness for a sacred heavenly place that you cannot fully describe using limited human words. That deep loneliness is not your punishment. It is a sacred separation that I have intentionally engineered for your ultimate safety. I had to pull you away from the loud noise of the crowd so you could hear my whisper, and I had to make you feel deeply uncomfortable down in that low valley so that you would finally desire to climb my holy mountain. I watched you when you stood in the kitchen staring into space for minutes. Your mind was completely frozen by the heavy fog of extreme exhaustion. You felt like you were running a race with heavy chains wrapped around your feet, and you desperately wondered how much longer your tired physical body could possibly endure this relentless extraction of your life force. I saw you when you almost gave up on your biggest dreams. You looked at the bank accounts, and you saw nothing but lack and limitation. You looked at your failing relationships, and you saw only rejection and constant disappointment, and you falsely told yourself that you were simply far too late to ever achieve the magnificent destiny that I had written for your life. But you are not behind, my precious and beautiful child. You are exactly where I need you to be for this next movement of glory. The enemy wants you to focus on the dead leaves of your past seasons. He wants you to believe that your current season of structural delay means an absolute denial from the throne of your heavenly Father. That is a cheap lie from the pit of hell. I am holding the master key to your timeline. I have watched you struggle through the thick and toxic darkness of relational betrayal when the closest friends of your youth turned into your harshest critics. And I saw the confusion that gripped your mind when their loyalty vanished overnight. You asked me why I allowed those painful betrayals to happen. You begged me to fix relationships that were systematically destroying your peace of mind. You cried out for explanations during those long nights of agonizing silence. And you heartbreakingly wondered why your most sincere prayers always seemed to bounce right off a solid ceiling of cold and unresponsive brass. There is a profound mystery behind every sudden closed door. There is a holy reason why I had to remove certain people from your life without warning. You could not see the hidden poison they were carrying behind their beautiful smiles, and your pure eyes did not know that they were secretly planning to steal the glorious spiritual inheritance that I had reserved for you. I had to act quickly to rescue your future from their hidden plots. I caused the sudden friction that drove them away from your sacred space. It felt like a brutal rejection to your bleeding heart at that time, but I promise you that it was actually the highest possible level of supreme divine protection that your loving Father could ever offer you. I saw you when you tried to force those broken doors back open. You used your own human strength to repair what I had intentionally broken for your own salvation. You begged them to stay while they trampled on your sacred dignity, and you wept bitterly on the cold floor when they walked completely away from you without ever showing a single shred of human remorse. Stop chasing the shadows of the people who were meant to leave. They were only characters in a chapter that has already ended in my book. If those toxic individuals had stayed in your life any longer, they would have completely contaminated the clean soil of your next financial season. You must let the dead things remain buried in the past. I know you are worried about the financial debts that are piling up. You look at the bills, and you feel a sharp panic in your stomach every morning. You have worked with extreme diligence, but the tangible reward always seems to slip straight through your bleeding fingers like loose desert sand, and you feel like you are working for an empty basket. I see the secret humiliation you feel when you cannot provide for your loved ones. You carry the guilt of a failure that does not belong to your real identity. You constantly blame your own innocent heart for the structural economic storms that are currently shaking the deep foundations of this fallen world. But I am your true provider, and my storehouse is full. Breathe softly right now, and let the muscles in your neck relax. The pressure to perform is an earthly illusion that destroys your inner peace. You absolutely do not have to prove your eternal worth to me through endless hours of raw psychological grinding. You are precious to me simply because you belong to my royal family. I saw you when you sat in your car and screamed in absolute frustration. You felt like you were hitting an invisible brick wall every time you tried to move forward. You looked around and you saw wicked people prospering while your righteous hands were left empty. And the deepest corridors of your soul grew intensely bitter from the sheer weight of this unchecked earthly injustice. Do not envy the temporary success of the wicked, my dear child. Their foundation is built on sinking sand, and their season of judgment is fast approaching. I am refining your gold in the intense heat of this specific affliction, and I am preparing your character to hold a massive level of true generational wealth that will never corrupt your pure soul. You are sitting in the winepress of my holy preparation right now. The heavy crushing you are experiencing is releasing the sweet wine of your true anointing. The enemy thought the pressure would break your spirit forever. But this intense friction is actually extracting the raw resurrection power that I planted within the matrix of your spirit before the creation of the world. But my child, none of it was invisible to me. You thought you were walking through that fire completely alone. I saw every single step of your agonizing journey, even when the cruel world did not hear your broken voice. I did. I stood beside you when you felt the heavy weight of yesterday sitting directly on your heart, and now let me tell you with the tenderness your soul needs that I never left your side. I was there when they laughed behind your back. I was there when you counted your last coins in fear. I was there when you fell to your knees on that cold floor. My holy angels were actively catching your tears before they could even touch the dust. Your pain has never been an empty echo in a vacant room, because my presence has always wrapped around your fragile frame. Let me reveal the truth behind the secret warfare that has exhausted your spirit lately. You have constantly asked many heavy questions. You wonder why a person with a pure heart must face continuous setbacks. The adversary is not fighting your present reality. He is actually completely terrified of the magnificent destiny that I have already authorized for your bright future, and he wants you to give up today. The enemy targeted your life because your light is rising. He saw the rare spiritual seal on your forehead. He tried to crush your mind before you could discover your true authority. He used the people you loved most to plant toxic seeds of unworthiness inside your soul. You believed their cruel lies, but today I am pulling those weeds out by their deep roots because you belong to me. Are you listening to me right now? Do not let your wandering mind steal this sacred moment from your soul. Lift up your weary head. Your isolation was never a dark prison. I intentionally removed the loud noise of the worldly crowd because I needed your undivided attention for the massive strategy that I am about to manifest in your life. Hear me with the deepest part of your spirit. I want to take you back to a historical memory from my sacred word. There was a chosen leader named Joshua. He stood before the massive walls of Jericho. The fortress looked completely impenetrable to human eyes, and there was absolutely no logical way for his tired army to break through those thick stone barriers. The strategy I gave to Joshua made absolutely no military sense. I did not command him to build giant battering rams. I did not order him to use heavy siege engines. I simply told him to gather his people. I ordered them to march around the thick walls in absolute silence once a day for 6 consecutive days, and they were instructed not to speak a single word. Can you imagine the intense psychological pressure of that silence? The enemy soldiers were looking down from the top of the walls. They were laughing out loud at the foolishness of my chosen people. Joshua kept walking. The people kept marching day after day without complaining. They saw absolutely no visible cracks in the stone, but they chose repeated obedience in the face of total silence. They did not question my bizarre instructions. They trusted my character completely. On the seventh day, I commanded them to march around the city 7 times, and when the priests blew the trumpets, I ordered the entire assembly to release a loud shout of faith. They did not wait to see the walls fall before they praised me, but they shouted while the stones were still standing. And in that exact second of raw obedience, the massive walls of Jericho came crashing down. No human hand pulled down those heavy stones. No physical weapons breached the iron gates. The impossible barrier vanished overnight. The earth shook violently with the weight of my victory, and my heavenly host completely dismantled the fortress from the very foundation. My beloved child, your current season of waiting is exactly like those 6 days of silent marching. You have been walking around your financial walls. You have been staring at your locked relational doors. You have not seen a single sign of visible movement. You felt foolish for keeping your faith, while the worldly critics around you continuously mocked your constant devotion. But I am telling you today that the silence is about to speak. The repeated obedience you offered in the dark was never wasted energy. It was systematically weakening the spiritual foundations of your current oppression. Every single prayer you whispered was an invisible crack forming inside the very walls, and those barriers are finally ready to break because I have spoken. Breathe deeply, my child. Let your mind stop racing for just this second. The 7th day of your long trial has finally arrived. The final lap is happening right now in the unseen realm. I am instructing you to stand at attention, because the spiritual atmosphere around your life is growing intensely heavy with the raw manifestation of my breakthrough. You are the Joshua of your generation. I did not choose you to be a perpetual victim of generational poverty. I did not design you to carry emotional trauma forever. I chose you to lead your family line straight out of the wilderness of lack. You are the chosen vessel, and I am currently placing the royal mantle of absolute authority upon your trembling shoulders. I am clearing the path ahead of you. The obstacles that looked like giant mountains last week will become flat plains. I am marching before you as a consuming fire. The enemy has exhausted his primitive weapons against your mind. He is currently retreating in absolute terror, because he knows your awakening is fully complete and his power over your household is shattered. I need you to prepare your heart for the next transition. We are moving away from the valley of weeping. We are entering the throne room of total restoration. I'm about to ask you to perform a specific physical action. Your physical body must align with the deep transformation, and you must get ready to drop every single burden that has been slowing you down. Look at me, right now. I am the sovereign king who dictates the flow of time itself. I have never lost a single battle. I have never broken a promise inside my eternal covenant. The fortress of your suffering is trembling at my command, and you must prepare your soul to witness the sudden collapse of everything that has been keeping you stuck. I am ordering you to lock your focus into my presence. The noise of your debt must fade away. The memory of your betrayals must be entirely blotted out. I am establishing an unshakable foundation of perfect peace inside your soul today. The waiting season is officially over, and the dawn of your victory is breaking across the horizon of your life. I saw when you thought your faith was completely gone. You felt like an empty shell. You were just going through the motions of life every morning. Even in your deep numbness, your spirit was still reaching out for my touch. I did not judge your weakness, because I knew the intensity of the spiritual warfare had simply drained your natural capacity. I am pouring the fresh oil of my spirit into your dry vessels. Your empty cups will overflow with an abundant supply of joy. Your heavy heart will become completely light as the morning dew. No weapon formed against your mental stability will ever prosper again, because I have personally set a holy watchtower around the borders of your mind to guard your sanity. Do not let the lingering shadows of your past disappointments speak to you. They want you to believe that this word is too good to be true. I am not a man that I should lie. I am not a fluctuating human being who changes his mind. My love for you is an everlasting anchor, that remains completely fixed, even when the entire earth shakes violently around your feet. Listen carefully, because the next words I speak will require your absolute surrender. The walls are ready to fall down. Your hands must be totally empty of your own human effort. You must stop trying to solve the riddle of your future with your own limited intellect, because I am taking the steering wheel of your life right now. Trust me completely. This is the moment of your total vindication. The waiting has come to a full stop. Look at me right now, because I am shifting the heavy scales of justice in your favor. You thought you were falling behind in life, but I want to reveal the absolute truth behind the painful delays and the closed doors that you hated so much. None of those closed doors were a punishment. Every single one was my supreme divine protection. I delayed your hurried steps so that you would not walk into toxic rooms that would break your innocent soul, and I removed those deceptive people because their secret intentions were designed to destroy your beautiful future. I was shielding you. You must acknowledge this divine alignment today. Comment that God is my safe refuge if you choose to surrender your heavy worries to me in this exact hour. Let this declaration be the official marker of your total liberation, because your public acknowledgement of my sovereignty is breaking the remaining shackles of the enemy right now. The supernatural shift is happening at this very second. The document of your deliverance that was signed in the heavenly courts is now being fully unsealed. I am declaring over your life that the long season of your extreme exhaustion is officially over, and what is coming behind it is a massive wave of divine restoration. I am breaking the heavy authority of every negative voice that told you your dreams had expired. You are no longer the desperate person who must struggle merely to survive in a harsh wilderness. I am raising you up to be a powerful cycle breaker, and the structural limitations that bound your family line for generations are completely collapsing. This is the secret mandate I ordered you to open today. The fortress of your financial lack is tumbling down just like the thick walls of Jericho. You do not have to fight these invisible battles with your own limited strength anymore, because the Lord of Hosts has taken full control of your destiny. The victory is already yours. Now that the declaration has been made, you must take a step of absolute faith. Pause where you are, and let the restless noise of the world fade completely into the background. I need you to loosen the tight muscles in your shoulders, and you must let go of the exhausting need to control every single outcome. Come into my rest. Breathe deeply, my beloved child. Feel the warm air entering your lungs, and let the heavy anxiety leave your chest with every exhale. This physical stillness is the evidence of your compliance with my Holy Spirit. You have tried to carry the crushing weight of tomorrow all by yourself, but I am commanding you to drop it at my feet. Your human intellect cannot solve the complex riddle of your future. Stop pacing the floor in the middle of the night. Stop replaying the painful words of the people who betrayed your trust. I am erasing the toxic memory of your past disappointments, and I am locking your mind into a profound state of unshakable serenity. Receive my perfect peace right now. It is a peace that surpasses all human understanding. It does not depend on the status of your bank account. It does not depend on the opinions of your critics. It is an internal anchor that will hold your soul completely steady while I completely restructure the external circumstances of your life. I am providing a supernatural stream of abundance that you did not have to grind for. I am aligning opportunities that will find you even behind closed doors. You have been faithful in the small things while your heart was breaking in silence. And because you did not deny my name in your low valley, I am vindicating you before them. Your critics will watch your sudden elevation in total wonder. They thought the heavy crushing of the past season would break your spirit permanently. They assumed that you would never recover from that sudden economic crash. But they did not know that the crushing was actually the sacred process that extracted your ultimate anointing. Do you feel the gentle heat warming your inner spirit right now? That is my holy fire consuming the lingering residue of depression and fear. I am cleaning the deep wounds that were inflicted by the people you opened your heart to. I am pouring the fresh oil of joy into the broken fragments of your shattered expectations. You are a holy vessel that I have carefully refined through multiple fires. The shape of your character is now strong enough to hold the immense weight of the glory that I am about to release. I did not preserve your life through the storm, just to let you starve in the peace, but I am preparing a lavish table for you. The period of isolation that made you feel completely forgotten is officially over. I am opening the iron gates that have been locked tightly against your progress for 3 long years. No human hand will be able to shut what I am unlocking today, and you will walk forward with the royal dignity of a true king in my kingdom. Put down the heavy emotional bags of yesterday. You cannot walk through my new doors while you are still holding on to the dead weight of your past arguments. Forgive the people who did not know how to handle your pure heart. Let them go into the shadow of oblivion, because I am replacing their absence with my total presence. I am rewriting your entire story from this exact moment. The baseline of your life will no longer be constant anxiety and financial panic. I am establishing an atmosphere of total stability around your household. Your children will inherit the blessings of your obedience, and the generational lack will never speak to your line again. Listen to the stillness of my holy presence. It is a quiet shield that protects your mind from the fiery darts of the adversary. He will try to whisper his old lies into your thoughts tomorrow morning, but I am ordering you to remember this specific encounter, and you must declare my words over his empty illusions. You have successfully crossed the threshold of your grand destiny. The old structural foundation has completed its shaking. The new spiritual architecture of your life is fully set in stone. I am commanding your soul to rest completely in the safety of my unchangeable covenant, because I have already taken full charge of your journey. The heavy rain of my grace is falling upon your dry fields. The seeds of prayer that you planted while weeping in the dark are suddenly sprouting into a massive harvest. You will not have to beg for crumbs from the tables of the wealthy, because I am making you a primary source of distribution for thousands of weary souls. This is my definitive blessing over your entire existence today. I have removed the sting of your past trauma. I have restored the years that the locusts have eaten from your life. Stand tall in your new identity as a triumphant child of God, because the Master of the universe has declared your total liberation. Let the deep peace settle into the marrow of your bones. The transition is fully complete in the unseen realm. You no longer have to perform for my approval, because you are already fully accepted and loved by your Heavenly Father. Hold on to this absolute serenity as we step into the final seal of your interactive covenant. I see the final traces of hesitation leaving your thoughts now. The heavy cloud of confusion has completely dissolved under the radiant light of my truth. You have been completely vindicated by the highest court in heaven, and no earthly weapon or human conspiracy will ever be able to undo the sacred decree that I have spoken. Your hands are now entirely clean and ready to receive the physical reality of my provision. Walk out of this encounter with a spirit of bold confidence. You are not a fragile victim anymore. You are an anointed warrior who has survived the intense crushing of the wilderness, and you are ready to rule your next season. The storm has passed. The sky is completely clear. The wind has lost its power over your house. And as you stand in the quiet aftermath of this holy encounter, you can feel the true landscape of your life changing for the better. Your future is secure. You are walking into a new horizon. The constant panic is gone. The heavy debt will be paid. The broken relationships are healed from the root. You have survived the worst season of your entire existence, and you are walking out with a clean spirit that the enemy cannot contaminate. You are free. You are fully vindicated today. You are the light bearer. You carry the seal of the living God. The wilderness is behind your back. And every single step you take from this day forward will be ordered by my holy angels who are marching right beside your frame. Do not look back. Your victory is fully guaranteed. Your days of wandering are finished. The dry ground under your feet is receiving the holy rain. Your cup is filling up. You will not have to beg for crumbs from the tables of the proud, because I am establishing your house as a primary source of supernatural distribution across the land. Look at the horizon of your tomorrow. The dark clouds have completely dissolved under the bright, radiant light of my eternal truth. You can see the clear path that I have carved through the mountains of your difficulty. And you must walk forward with the absolute confidence of a royal heir. The heavy chains of generational poverty are broken into tiny pieces. They can never bind your hands again. Your children will walk in total freedom, and the economic limitations that kept your ancestors stuck in the mud will become nothing more than a distant memory inside your history. Receive the profound stillness that is settling into the marrow of your bones. Let your racing thoughts come to a complete halt. You do not have to strive. I have already fought the battle on your behalf, and I have completely destroyed the legal rights that the enemy used to oppress your soul. Your physical body is being fully restored right now. The chronic tension in your neck is melting away under my touch. The toxic exhaustion is leaving your cells, and I am breathing the fresh resurrection life into your lungs so that you can run your race without ever growing faint. You are entering a season of unshakable stability. The foundations of your life will no longer shake when the global financial storms hit the earth. I am your personal fortress, and I have planted your roots deep within the fertile soil of my immutable grace where no drought can dry you. The tears you dropped in the dark have become holy seeds. They are rapidly growing into a massive harvest of joy and prosperity. You will reap in abundance, and the people who watched you weep in the low valley of your isolation will watch you stand in the high places of my favor. Now hear my voice as it shifts into absolute authority. We are crossing the threshold into the sacred ritual of the interactive covenant. The words I have spoken over your life require an immediate response from your spirit, because true faith always expresses itself through physical actions. Do not let this holy moment pass without a clear seal. Like this video right now as an intentional act of total agreement between your heart and mine. You are anchoring the healing, and when you press that button, you are telling the unseen realm that you fully align with my supreme decree. This simple interaction is a heavy spiritual portal. It separates your past from your future. It locks the door against the devourer, and it establishes a visible monument of your devotion in the digital landscape, where the adversary tries to spread his toxic messages of fear and confusion. Comment your sacred declaration below without any hesitation. Write the phrase, "God is my safe refuge," to close the open loops of your anxiety. Let the world read your testimony. Your written declaration is a physical weapon that shatters the illusions of the enemy and protects your mind. Your words carry an immense spiritual weight. When you type those letters, you are releasing a loud shout of faith while the walls are still standing. You are validating your citizenship, and I will honor your public confession by confessing your name before the holy angels of my court. Share this profound message with 3 specific souls who are secretly crying out for hope today. Do not keep this light hidden under a basket. You are a chosen light bearer, and there are weary warriors in your circle of influence who are currently drowning in the dark without comfort. You are the answer to their desperate prayers. I am using your hands to deliver their package of salvation this afternoon. Do not let selfishness hold you back. When you send this word to those 3 people, you are breaking the spirit of isolation that has been torturing their minds. Fulfill your divine mandate as a true cycle breaker of your generation. The kingdom of heaven operates through the beautiful law of spiritual multiplication. The more hope you pour out into empty hands, the more abundance will flow back into your own storehouse until your cups overflow. Subscribe to this sacred channel immediately to secure your daily appointment. Turn on the notification bell so you do not miss my constant guidance. This is a vital baseline, and it ensures that your spirit remains continuously attached to the clean stream of my revelation every morning. You cannot survive on yesterday's bread. The world is full of toxic distractions that want to pull your eyes away from my face. You need a daily reset, and by joining this global tribe of chosen ones, you are creating a holy habit that will keep your shield of faith fully activated. Look at the community that is forming around your life right now. You are no longer a lonely stranger fighting in the dark woods. You belong to a royal priesthood. And as you stand shoulder to shoulder with these faithful survivors, the collective power of your agreement will shake the earth. Now let my voice soften as we enter the final blessing of this encounter. Close your physical eyes for just one moment and feel my presence wrapping around you like a warm blanket. The urgency of my command is settling into a beautiful pool of quiet serenity that will never leave your soul. I bless your coming, and you're going, from this day forward and forevermore. I bless the work of your righteous hands with supernatural productivity. Your storehouses will never be empty, and my goodness and mercy will actively pursue your footsteps every single day of your long and beautiful life. I bless your mind with perfect clarity. The confusing fog of depression has vanished completely from your thoughts. You will sleep in total peace tonight, and when you wake up tomorrow morning, the first thing you hear will be the sweet melody of my love singing over your quiet heart. You are my beautiful and carefully formed masterpiece. I am immensely proud of your silent endurance through the hot fires of the wilderness. Your testing season is officially finished. Walk forward into the open doors of your breakthrough with your head lifted high because I am with you. The covenant is fully signed and sealed. No human hand can ever reverse the decree of your liberation today. You are a triumphant conqueror through my love. Go in peace, my beloved child, and let the joy of my salvation be your ultimate strength as you rule your new season of glory. You will never walk in darkness again. The lantern of my word will light up every dark corner of your path. You are protected under the shadow of my wings, and no matter what weapons the adversary tries to form against your destiny, you will always remain perfectly safe within my eternal grasp. My grace is your absolute sufficiency. You have everything you need to overcome the structural challenges of this physical world. Trust my process completely. I am doing an entirely new thing in your life today, and you are fully authorized to step into your royal inheritance right now.